Oh, yeah, I was so pissed.
Our initial reaction was literally like a cartoon, like jaw drop. 안녕하세요, what is up, Dogs Quack Quack? David, and welcome to the Island final Aftershow. Whoa.
It's all over.
It's all over. So
sad.
We
We have a group.
Yeah.
But more on that later. So let's do a recap. It's old news now, so I'll just do it really quickly. First of all, the episode featured eliminated island trainees from the past episodes, and that was a nice little touch. They were returning to island to cheer on the remaining islanders, as well as perform into the island. BTS and T were also appearing on the set for the live part of the show, and they gave a few pointers and words of encouragement. They did look kind of bored, but they were there.
Tired.
Then with the performance of their final stage calling Run to You, the votings closed, and Mnet in usual fashion took an hour to announce all the final debut members. We got tired and we basically gave up watching kind of midpoint. But anyway, the rankings were quite surprising. And they are as follows. Yang Jungwon, Jay, Jake, Nikki, Heeseung, Sunghoon, and Sunwoo. Oh man, and K and Daniel eliminated. Oh boy. So this was pretty surprising because Heeseung, who was considered a strong favorite, ended up ranking in the lower half of the debut group, while Yang Jungwon, who I never really thought was first place material, honestly. I thought of him as a good trainee, but
I thought he would debut, but not first place.
No, but he took first place. Now the top 6 were chosen by global votes, and the last 7th member was chosen by producers pick.
That was the surprise.
Oh, that was so intense. It was between Sunwoo and K and Daniel, and Sunwoo and K were I think they both were expected to debut no matter what. I think we all expected these two.
Too.
Yeah, these two were just fixed picks. The producers had to choose between them. And basically, Sunwoo got the pick. And everybody became happy or mad. It was a hard choice, but ultimately Sunwoo was chosen, and 7 members were confirmed. The team name was revealed to be Enhypen. Enhypen. Oh yeah, right. Not hyphen.
Yeah, it's like a Beyblade name.
Yeah, it's kind of. I'm not a fan of that name, but it means the members will connect and discover each other to grow, as in hyphen, and also N as in
engage,
or maybe numbers, different numbers. Okay, I don't know. Instantly, Enhypen became the most popular rookie group of 2020, amassing 850,000 Twitter followers in just a few days as of September 23rd, as of this filming. The group will make its official debut within this year, but they did not specify a date. Now, speaking of the future, at the end of the finale, they announced that a global audition for a girl group will take place in the near future. Perhaps an island girls version.
I'm ready for that. Let's review that.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Though they did not specify any details, Big Hit did announce a few weeks back in a business conference that they will be debuting a girl group in 2021. Whether it will be that group or a completely separate one is unknown. And that's the Island season finale. So we're all done. Island is done. Congratulations on your debut.
And Enhypen.
Are you happy with the results?
I don't think anybody's 100% happy about the results at this point, and it's all because of K. We all predicted K would be finalized in the group, and when his name wasn't called until the end, I was like, what's happening? Oh my god, I was panicking. If you see our Patreon reaction, you can see it in patreon.com/DKDKTV.
Yeah, I was so pissed.
Our initial reaction was literally like a cartoon, jaw drop. What?
After all this,
K was the center of attention for several episodes.
Episodes.
Yeah, and we got to see his development, his improvement, and more. On top of that, his dancing and performances was top notch.
Right, he's so good.
If I was the judge, I couldn't pick between Sunwoo and K. That was too much of a big call for me.
They're both essential. I personally feel some other member might have been.
That point itself was a shock factor too, because Sunwoo was always number 1 in global votes.
He was 8th.
Yeah.
in global votes.
Like, what happened, guys? Like, did you all like eat some weird ice cream that night?
I think people got too comfortable, maybe, of him being first.
I think that's what happened too.
But honestly, I don't understand.
And then you turned on me. Why'd you turn fake on me, Rima? I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand.
How do you drop from first to 8th?
The only explanation is people got too comfortable. Okay, Seonwoo's gonna debut no matter what. We might as well give our votes to like the less popular members, and then that just became that surprise factor. And
but Jay, my boy, second, so I'm happy.
Jay deserved it.
I think he deserved that spot 100%, and honestly, I think he's a fan favorite now. Maybe I'm biased, but he's definitely a fan favorite in Enhypen. He seems to be the funny guy, and I'm generally enjoying the chemistry of the group. I think producers, they also chose Seonwoo over K because Seonwoo just makes everything feel more comfortable. I think
I guess they blend more well.
Yeah. I do wish K doesn't feel too bad. I felt so bad.
His facial expression.
Like Daniel, he was like, okay, like I take the L, but K was like, at the end,
he was literally destroyed inside.
He was destroyed. I could see him
soulless.
Yeah, he was like,
he couldn't even continue his words. That moment teared my heart. He was like,
that sucked ass. So seeing K like that, it was so heartbreaking. But I really hope he debuts in another group. He said actually in his final words. It was kind of like anime. I want to be on the same stage as Enhypen. And I'm like, you got that fire still.
Like Haikyuu, slam dunk.
Yeah, come back with a bigger group or a solo, better yet, solo, and beat Enhypen.
And what made me feel a little better was Bang PD was very, very firm and strong with his words at the end towards K. He was like, I will 반드시. That's like a very strong word. Like, 반드시, I will help you to, support you with whatever I can in 100%. My power to help you debut and be on the same stage as Enhypen. So that might be a foreshadowing of, taking K into the next big hit group or something. And I feel like K totally deserves it. He could be the leader for another group, a more stronger charisma-based group. Let's look forward to that on the bright side.
So I'm excited for K's future. Hopefully, I want to see that rivalry. But anyway, that's. I think no one's really 100% satisfied with the rankings, or maybe some people are. If you don't like K. I saw a lot of hashtags going on Twitter saying like, "Oh, justice for K." We got a petition. Don't stop. Don't petition, guys. Nothing's gonna change at this point. I can assure you.
Well, if you think vice versa, though, like, okay, we're going into conspiracies again. I'm the conspiracy. Okay. I'm the official conspiracy guy of DKDK now, but. Like, just before the final episode, just like 3 days before the final episode, this exploded, the K controversy in Korea. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but there were a lot of articles coming out. There were a lot of controversies, posts on, like, Korean fan communities and Twitter. And they all said, K is getting preferential treatment. Like, he's being angel edited. Like, Heesung's compliments are given towards K, and, like, there's, like, other points. Like there's a whole thread of like K's preferential treatment. I'm not advocating that or saying that's right or anything. I'm just telling you the fact that existed before. And like a lot of Korean fans were petitioning on Big Hit. And like they're like, "Oh, are you really not going to make any kind of official statement?" And they were like pressuring Big Hit.
If K debuted, there will be some people saying stuff.
There would have been a lot of controversy. We saw it through TVing, the Korean streaming service, and all the chats.
They were pissed off at K. Why is he
It has to be Seonwoo. If it's not Seonwoo, I'm going to start a riot. That's literally what they said. Here's the conspiracy. I think Big Hit took into account a little bit of that sentiment, that anger that was there. I think Bang PD really did like K. And he really wants to debut him, so I'm kind of like 100% sure that he's gonna be in the next Big Hit group.
I mean, he's ready. He's ready. He just needs a stage.
One thing though is, my mom was watching the Island finale rerun with me. I was like, I was reliving that moment again. And the last contestants that were left were Daniel and K, and they happened to be the oldest and the youngest, right?
Ah.
And like my mom was watching that, and then she was like, "Oh, I feel so bad for the K dude," and I was like, "Why?" And then, "Oh, Daniel, he's like young, he has like a lot of chances, but K, this might be his last chance." Like,
Actually, I kind of agree with her. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's
with
running
K.
out of time, and my mom was like that, and that hit me hard, and I was getting more anxious and desperate. Oh my god.
Right. A good thing is K is Japanese, so he doesn't have to go to the military. So you got to take into account minus 2 years, I think. Let's talk about the next topic.
Okay.
Do you think there's hype in Korea now? Enhypen?
Actually, I did some research on this to report on DK News. I'll let you know there, but just to give you a quick summary, there is and there's not.
I think there's some hype in the media. I haven't seen anybody talk about it in person, right? Like except for us two.
The fan communities are boiling. They're hot.
Yeah. Well, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
What do you think about the name, the Enhypen? It's not even Enhypen. It's Enhypen.
It's not a great name. I don't think Big Hit has ever been really good with names. I remember the first time I saw Pyeongtae's I think I was in the military.
Yeah, everybody was like,
and everybody was like, "What the hell is this name?" Well, now it sounds cool. Honestly, now it sounds cool.
That's the Big Hit effect.
So once you succeed, your name doesn't mean
it doesn't matter.
It could be Poo Poo Man, and you can still be popular and like, oh wow, that's a cool ass name. But I will say Enhypen. Like, that's a hard pronunciation. If it was Enhypen, maybe it was a little bit easier. But Enhypen, like, that's a little bit hard to pronounce.
I think the more we see it on Twitter and whatever, we'll just get desensitized by it.
Right.
It's gonna feel okay. But for now, it feels like I've said this too many times. But I watch too much anime. It feels like one of those top blade Beyblade,
right,
dragons.
But hey, K-pop has the weirdest names. 여자 아이들. That means like literally girls.
Yeah.
G-idol. If that can debut, if Boy Story can debut,
Enhypen is on the cool side.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not even a bad name considering it's K-pop. Once Enhypen like goes to Billboard, everybody will think it's a cool ass name. So it doesn't matter. And if Bulletproof Boys can get #1, then I think Enhypen is a pretty good name. Wow. If wet ass can get #1 on Billboard, then Enhypen
this time
has a future, guys.
Yeah,
so let's not shit on the name too much. Let's talk about some highlights and some lowlights of Island.
More than the competitive stuff, I liked the latter episodes where they finally became friendly to each other and finally had those touching, charming moments with each other, and the dynamics, them laughing all together, and the growth. We saw an egg, and we kind of criticized that they didn't use the concept and they didn't embody it or anything. But at the end, if you look in the big picture, there was indeed growth among the members. We could see their personalities and skills and everything grow together, grow as a whole. So I feel like the concept of the program did not fail at the end.
This show, what made it so special was the character development. Because like it's not like 100 people,
right?
It's 23 people, so we could definitely get more personal. It's the first time I ever became attached to, a trainee this much. Jay,
oh yeah,
number 3, my boy. Yes, I told you, people.
You're so surprised.
People love it. My boy, he has the fire and he has the heart. It was very heartwarming. So I think he needs to debut. So it's
Jay
definitely worked. J and K.
Jay really grow on me too.
But for lowlights, they gotta fix that voting system. The voting system makes no sense.
Messy.
Having 2 weeks to vote, and the performance is on the very last day of voting. That makes absolutely no sense.
I mean, it's like a popularity vote. Yeah, that's the nature of all auditions.
I agree, but I think that voting period maybe should be way shorter. Maybe just after the performance or something like that. It just feels like people are voting. I don't know what they're even voting for.
The interesting change inside me is that everything that was negative or that I criticized turned out to be somewhat, unique and different. Okay. A change in my mind happened. Yeah. And I think this is like the Big Hit effect. They make everything hard. They make everything complicated intentionally. But because of their name and their value, and BTS, everything seems so shiny.
When they do it, it's like, oh wow, they're genius.
Yeah, it's like Andy Warhol. They shit and you clap.
Now let's talk about some predictions Auditions. When do you think it will debut officially?
Oh, well, they said within this year, so we only have like 3 months left, right? And
so pick a
it's
month.
a 33% chance
right.
they're gonna aim for the first win in like the music programs and stuff.
Right.
So I feel like they're gonna avoid BTS. So it's probably gonna be. I feel like December is gonna be safe. It's a big advantage for groups that debut or do activities in like December because in the year-end events, you know, they get spotlighted.
Right.
And the tea's hot, so
right.
you have a high chance of becoming nominated as rookie.
And they'll be on Mama. I don't know if Mama's gonna be on this year. But
so I'll say early December or the last week of November.
I'll say early November.
Okay.
I think they gotta strike the iron while it's hot. I'm gonna predict that they'll get a lot of Rookie of the Year awards.
Yeah. Like there's no other group that qualifies right now.
Treasure.
Oh, Treasure. Oh shit. What do you think the concept's gonna be of their first song or album?
Well, I think they've already done the world building, so they'll just continue on from that, breaking out of the egg, you know, connecting with each other and finding out, learning about friends and like growing together. I guess that's the kind of the concept.
Every time I hear Enhypen and the last song, it was very futuristic to me. It was very like cyber
NCT.
Yeah. Like more than NCT. Like the melodies and stuff and the instrumentals were very futuristic to me. The whole concept seems very futuristic and like the whole island itself. So I feel like the concept is going to be like something very, very futuristic.
Oh,
like,
I want some cyberpunk.
Yeah, cyberpunk.
Alexa level.
Yeah,
cyberpunk.
That's what I'm talking about.
That would never happen.
No, but I feel like it's gonna be like cyber dragon-ish, you know, like I don't know, 2050 theme.
Yo, the primary audience for Enhypen is teenage girls.
Yeah.
No offense. I
mean,
teenage girls.
It's
no offense.
It's Generation Z. It's the
Maybe,
age of social media, VR,
maybe I don't
AI.
know teenage girls,
you know?
But I'm pretty sure most of them don't like super cyberpunk shit.
Babies use smartphones.
Maybe Gen Z teenage girls.
Yeah,
are
I think it's gonna
as
be
hell.
very futuristic cyberpunk.
They're gonna be the 청량들, the youthful, you know, the young boy, kind of like TXT. But I think TXT is more a little bit of on the mysterious side. If you look at their MVs, they have a little bit of elements of horror, you know, a little bit of elements of mystery.
In the beginning phase, they were a little bit more youthful.
Right.
Cat dog.
But even then, I think TXT had a lot of mystery behind them. You know, even from the countdown, right? Like they had the whole ass countdown for the logo and their, you know, name and shit. Like Island, I think we already know their personalities. We already know these kids inside and out, kind of. So I feel like there's a lot more openness and more personal touch here, and I think they can move off to an youthful image, and I think it'll work well. So that's it. Thank you for joining, you know, us throughout the entire season of Island. It was so fun.
It was a ride.
You know the funny thing? Tuesday, on my radio show, it was titled Introducing Enhypen. It was just supposed to be like an episode covering like, oh, this is Island, because not many Korean people know about it, and this is Enhypen. This is the new group from Big Hit. And then someone mistranslated that and said like, oh, Enhypen's first official interview is with DKDKTV's Danny Kim.
I wish.
And I'm like, wow, they think I'm that important?
I wish.
I wasn't even at the fucking radio show.
Yeah, he was at his grandfather's funeral. I was under the radar because like I didn't want to hype up stuff like when like Danny was grieving and stuff. So I wasn't on Discord, our Patreon Discord that much. And then when he finally surfaced, I went back on Discord.
Yeah.
And then I saw like myself tagged like 10 times in Island chat and main chat, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I couldn't back read because there was too much piled up. I said like, what happened? And then our patrons were still like, is Enhypen gonna be on Danny's show? And it's like, how the fuck do I know? Like this is the first time I'm hearing about it too.
No, they're not coming on my show. And the funny thing was like people got pissed because apparently we're hated by some Enhypen fans now. The group group has been around for 3 days, and we're already.
I mean, we're one of a kind too because we got canceled by a fandom that doesn't even exist.
Right. So everybody was like, "Oh, like let's send mails to Big Kid."
Yeah.
You know, like
these people are shitting on Heesung's teeth.
Yo, first of all, Enhypen is not on my show, and second of all, even I'm not on the fucking show.
And third of all, I did not shit on Heesung's teeth.
Okay.
I just pointed it out.
That was funny. You guys gave me a laugh, honestly. So thank you, everybody, Alan, Enhypen fans.
Look forward to the Island Girl Group version. Hopefully it comes out more so we can get more views and get canceled again.
Get more clout.
Yeah, we need all the clout in the world.
Sign up on patreon.com/DKDKTV. Maybe we'll talk more about Island or anything else. And we'll see you guys next time.